Hello and welcome to Roll for Recipe, the series where the dice are the head chef. I'll roll for ingredients and then make a dish with them. Let's go! And now on to our D12 restriction roll. And that is a 2 under 600 calories. And now another D12 for the protein. That is 11 for a steak. That might be the hardest one to work with here with our restriction. And now a D10 carb roll. That is 7 for jasmine rice. So we got a rice and a steak dish going on, classic healthy meal. And now a D20 seasoning roll. 19 garam masala, going in the Indian direction. And 2 D20 for produce. That's 3 for canned peas and 18 for orange. And last but not least, the D100 wild magic roll. That is a 58 for maraschino cherries. That might throw a bit of a loop in everything. And here's the quick summary of our rolls, so let's get cooking. Well, steak and low calorie definitely do not always go together. Most steaks are pretty high calorie, but we're gonna go with an I-round steak, which is a pretty lean cut of meat. Thankfully, we got jasmine rice and garam masala, which should be useful because we can make it into a curry, do kind of a low and slow braise, which should help to break down that protein, make it much more tender. I am using just 100% orange juice for the oranges here because even if I had bought regular oranges, I was just gonna juice them. I didn't really have a use for the whole orange itself. Honestly, the cherries kind of threw me for a loop. I wasn't really sure how I was going to incorporate them into all this and make it taste good. But as a last minute decision, I decided to make a cherry chutney on the side because I realized that, cherry and orange and garam masala kind of all have flavor profiles that play off each other pretty well. Honestly, I've never heard of a cherry chutney before in a curry dish like this, but you know what? The series is all about experimenting and being creative, so we're gonna try it. And we just barely made the calorie restriction. I've said it before, Indian food is probably one of my favorite cuisines, if not my favorite. So I'm excited here. Bon appetit. So flavor-wise, really good. It's spicy, flavorful, everything works pretty well together. My only major complaint here is the beef. I definitely would have preferred a different cut. It's still a little bit tough, even after braising for a couple hours. So the cherry chutney, not perfect, but for being thrown together last minute, it is still pretty good. With that said, it is probably my least favorite part of this dish. Okay, I'm gonna give this one an 8.2 out of 10, and I'm gonna call it the Crimson Jeweled Curry. The base curry itself was very solid, but the cherry chutney, while it was good for what it was, it still just felt kind of awkward. As always, thanks for watching. Remember to like and follow, and I'll see you next time.